Hello everybody, I just wanted to do a little demonstration on a question that I get asked all the time, and that is how to get a knot to be in your Stretch Magic jewelry that will last. So just kind of brief tutorial. Basically there are several different types, and this is just one brand that I like, and you see it a lot in the craft stores, but it comes in different weights, and this right here is obviously a much smaller weight than the other one, but the smaller one is 0.5 millimeter and the other one is 0.7 millimeter, and they're just good. They both have their purpose. If you just wanted to get one, I'd probably suggest the 5, and if you used chunkier beads like these lava rocks, then probably go through it twice, or 3 times, depending on the weight of your beads. And if you think it's pulling on them too much. With the 7, it's great for the heavier beads, but not so good for the smaller beads. So if you wanted something versatile, go with the smaller. But just get those out of the way. And I cut off just a little piece because I've already done the stringing. Didn't think anybody needed to watch me string beads. But when you first get it, cut out, for the average sized female wrist for an adult is about 6.5 to 7 inches. And so I typically, I always go with more than less. But when you get it, cut it out. I usually do about 10 inches or so for a regular bracelet, because you want to have enough room to tie. But just stretch it out. Not so it snaps, because it might do that, but just give it a good tug so that when you put it on your wrist, it's not going to, over time, stretch out and get loose and big. And for the knotting, and like I said, this is just little lava rocks. They're not too big, but there is some weight to them, so I did put it on the larger string. But basically, you're going to do a square knot first, and that is how I always remembered it, is doing left over right and then right over left. So with my left hand, I want to go over my thread or string or elastic, go through the hole, and just tie it like a normal knot. And then with the right hand, over that and back through. So you've got just one little square knot. And I like to tug this way, and then I'll tug on the bracelet, and it's going to be slipping and sliding all over the place. So I go through and I do the beginning of a square knot again. So I go left over right and through the hole, and again pull it tight again, and then do a surgeon's knot where you go back through like you're going to do it again, and then you go through the hole, and then you go through the hole again, so it looks really twisty. And then just pull that down tight, and I tug on the bracelet as well, and tug and tug and tug, and then you should, as long as it's not slipping, which it's not, should be able to go and snip that off. And the knot is going to be a little bulky, especially with the thicker ones, but it really doesn't make that big of a difference, and then it just slides right on. And it should last for a while. I mean, it's not uncommon for these to break, but this should hold up pretty decently. So yeah, there you go. And I should have a link to my Etsy site as well, and my Instagram if you'd like to follow me. Do the subscribe button, and thank you. Bye.